Do you have a hobby? Did you know that hobbies could be converted into a side hustle to make some pocket money or extra revenue? You can do this while you have a regular job, after work or during weekends. Yes, you heard it right. Most of the hobbies have a demand elsewhere. Let's check out 12 such hobbies that have been helping 1000s generate money apart from enjoying practicing their hobby. Is your hobby on the list? Let us see. Hobby number 1, this hobby has been the most in-demand hobby for years, photography. Hiring a professional photographer could cost you a fortune. Not the same if one has to hire a freelancer who has time available on the date and time of requirement. Sign up and create your account on websites like Fiverr, Freelancer, and Upwork. You are sure to get some leads in a very short span of time. Good to know statistic, 42K is the median salary of a freelance photographer with an hourly pay in the range of $25. Hobby number 2, this hobby has been the oldest one for mankind. Yes, you got it right, cooking. But, very few today have the time to go for groceries and cook food even for self. A ready-made stage set for you to churn out some wonderful cuisine and your customers will be eating out of your hand, asking for more. Today and for years to come, anyone who has cooking as a hobby is in for a gold rush. Being aware of the ill effects of eating from outside on a regular basis, many hosts, individuals are switching to hire a good on-demand cook, and that is you. Apart from the regular freelance portals, you have few niche freelance cooking focused websites like Cookesa. Good to know statistic, $50 to $75 per hour is what one can make on Upwork. $100 per hour if you are a star chef. You are one, isn't it? One thing that happened most during the COVID and brought mankind's hidden love for this hobby in people across the world. Yes, it's baking. For the few who have mastered the skill out of love for it, the future is bright. Baking and delivering to baking on venue, the demand for this skill is here to stay. You can bake a fortune out of it. Unlike cooking, considering the fact that most baking products have a longer shelf life. If you are a good baker, you can be busy baking all the time that you have on hand and still have the pipeline of small to big assignments lining at your doorstep. Baking indeed is an art, and the artists are going to be busy for years to come. Good to know statistic. According to a study by F&B communications firm Hunter, 54% of surveyed said they are cooking more often since COVID. This may sound normal. However, a whopping 46% said they are baking more than they did before COVID. That's not normal and is a big shift in trend. Hobby number 4, in recent years it has come to become the most popular with the Gen Y, Z and Alpha. It's gaming. You never will see one who is uninterested in gaming. Today's youngsters spend hours of time trying to complete levels on their favorite game, whether on mobile or on Xbox, PlayStation. Gaming has now become possible for all at all budgets. With advent of low-cost data availability, people of all age groups have rediscovered their love for gaming. Whether it is simple Candy Crush or the most complicated strategy game, games are being played by a vast majority at every moment of free time. As humans, we developed the love for playing games right from childhood. Freelance game programmers make well over $100 an hour, which is much more than they would make as regular employees. Music, sound and writing also are sought after freelance roles in the gaming industry. The Statista report on gaming shows 59% of gamers are under the age of 35. This augurs very well for the future of gaming. Good to know statistic, as per Newzoo.com study, the world's 2.7 billion gamers will spend $159.3 billion on games in 2020. The market will surpass $200 billion by 2023. Hobby number 5, most love to have a garden. But, not all have the time to invest into gardening. This is the made-for-you revenue stream if you have acquired all knowledge in running a fantastic garden at your home just for the love for gardening. Extend the services to those who share the same interest, minus the skill and time to indulge in it. You have a flexible, well-paying part-time revenue source. You put in the hard work, which isn't hard work for you. They get a lovely garden, you get smart cash. Good to know statistic: as per a study in 2018, the global landscaping and gardening market is expected to grow at a CAGR of 7.1% through 2026. You can see the green in your bank account too. Listen to this first-hand experience of transition from videography to full-time gardening, by Craig. See what passion does to people. Hobby number 6. Coffee, a majority niche and the largest mankind unifying subject of all time. Your favorite variety of coffee could be different, but almost all love coffee. Millions around the world take a great deal of interest in their coffee, beyond just consumption. Coffee also becomes one of the first topics of the conversation right from the moment of ordering at a social gathering or a professional meetup. This churned out hundreds of living coffee encyclopedias who could transition their passion into a sidekick. How? Coffee making classes, YouTube channel on coffee, coffee advisory, coffee retailing, digital coffee trails and many things coffee. Heard the recent craze about Dalgona coffee? The entire world got busy making it in the middle of a pandemic. On YouTube, it triggered a wave of my version of Dalgona coffee videos, eventually generating more than 15 million views. Whether you have a coffee lover's blog or YouTube channel or have even got into making coffee variants for sale, you are bound to attract a significantly large set of population. People love their coffee and are always curious to know more on it, share their experiences and seek more experiences. Good to know statistic: 12 billion pounds of coffee is consumed around the globe annually, and the United States alone has over 130 million coffee drinkers. Hobby number 7, did you get to IT environment, IT development and e-commerce environment like a fish to water? Development, hardware, graphic design, animation, analytics, marketing, mastery in even just one component of the ecosystem can be truly rewarding. To the very many, all of this is Greek and Latin. Something as simple as data management and application installation is rocket science for many of the users, as they prefer an expert handling rather than they themselves try and mess up. Just list your areas of expertise and 1,000s who are looking for help in your city will come knocking on your door. Most of them will be flexible on your time on arrival to attend to the need. A perfect recipe for freelance service provider. If not tired yet, go get yourself listed. You will be delighted to see what your skill can earn for you. Good to know statistic: a sample statistic. SEMrush found out that in 2019 40% of businesses outsourced their content creation processes. The top 3 services these companies outsourced are 53% writing, 34% graphic design, 32% video design or animation. The Upwork 100 provides intel for 2020 planning, lists internet and internet-related technologies in the top 3 industries in demand for freelancers. That is no surprise to us. Sharing just so you see the value in it for you. Hobby number 8, writing. The demand for content writers has never been this high. If you happen to be a graduate in English or literature and have done it out of love for writing, your time has come. Even if you love to write and have no formal degree but can write some wonderful articles in your areas of interest, there is a long line waiting to benefit from you. Just in the online world, all sites need to keep generating new blogs and content and articles to keep their websites active and attracting their audience. The best writers in fact are paid whatever they ask, as this skill is now in demand like never. Just 1,000 words are sufficient to ring in one more payment entry for you. Good to know statistic. Not surprising that the web had brought in this tsunami of the requirement for content writers. The top 5 required specific skills in freelance writers as per SEMrush study are: 81% marketing, 50% social media, 42% strategy, 38% SEO, 37% research, 29% analytics, 32% video design and animation. Watch this video now if you are good at writing and like to monetize your skill set and hobby. Hobby number 9, are you damn good at humor? Look around, who does not want to laugh? 3, 5, 10, 30, 60 minutes, the audience has an appetite for all possible time duration stamps. For the one who is gifted with the gift of the ability to spin a storm with humor, a stand-up comedian or a digital comedian identity can trigger a windfall. There is a demand for humor and new videos on humor all the time. These staggering statistics are sufficient to showcase the opportunity for one who can do good comedy. American stand-up comedian Jeff Dunham has just 2.79 million followers. The very popular Just for Laughs has 1 million and Laugh Factory has 1.14 million subscribers on YouTube. Comedy shows run to full houses and become popular across the world in the last 10 years. On YouTube, live to 1000s or at a small private party, comedy stars are in demand across delivery channels. In a tough and hectic world, people are always looking to take a short break, and laughter is the best medicine available for them to relax, rejuvenate and get back. While making them laugh, you too can laugh away to the bank. The best win-win. Good to know statistic. Watch this video to get to know more about how you can take up stand-up comedy as a freelance job. Hobby number 10. This pandemic has compelled all of us to drop the mental barriers and try this often perceived to be an on-site and in-person activity from the confines of our homes. What it has done is to expand the possibilities for both the fitness and yoga instructors and students to select their students and instructors from across the world. You can imagine what it can do to the best instructors? Audience and students from across the world mean better revenues and enhanced reputation that can put them on the trajectory to professional and financial success. Even if you want to convert your morning, evening fitness routine into a group activity and accept students from across the world, it could still become something that adds significantly to your financial health while you take care of your physical health. Just one batch in morning and one in the evening, you are smiling away to the bank. Good to know statistic. According to the US Government Bureau of Labor Statistics, employment of personal trainers is expected to grow by 10% from 2016 to 2026, faster than the average for all occupations. Check this video below to get going with making your yoga practice generate some healthy revenue stream for you. You will love the following and attention to how to make money from a hobby. Before you go live, asking these questions will bring you to speed. 1. Is there a demand for your idea, interest, hobby? 2. Does your business name connect well with your business? Or is it catchy or trendy? 3. Is a business plan in place for the first 2 to 3 years of operation? 4. Have you secured adequate financing? Tip: lock in the funds at the beginning itself. 5. What aspect or features about your offering are your customers willing to pay for? Be specific. 6. Have you isolated the business entity identity to keep legal trouble at bay? 7. Check once again if you have all legal requirements to offer this service. 8. Have you identified all the channels through which you will speak or sell? 9. Does your offering need a physical address? Tip: keep costs low. 10. Who all are part of your team? Tip: lean teams are healthy to business financials.